happy Saturday.
Greetings and salutations, all.
I know this is kind of strange. We're doing this on a Saturday. Let me bring this up, and it's not showing. Hold on a second. If you guys could give me a 5x5, let us know our mics and everything are working. And let me bring up the chat so I can see who we have here today. All right, wonderful. Make sure you guys are in live chat, not top chat. Just a little friendly reminder for y'all. Welcome. Let's see, who do we got in here today? I know this is kind of like a spur of the moment thing, and we don't usually do these on Saturdays, so, but we thought that we would just kind of do a fun Saturday thing and not, kind of not worry about what's going on in the world, the news, prepping, just to take a little breather from everything, and thought that this would be great.
And I just wanted to, I'd like doing more videos.
Yeah, so we thought that this would be fun. So who do we got here? We've got Misty, Joni Friels, Tiger, Janice Heckler, Papa's Farm. Hey, how are you doing? Let's see, Kevin Ramsey, Teresa Buchanan, Black Cat Whirligig,
Dragon Lady, Misty.
Hey guys. Yes, and thank you, Kevin Ramsey, for putting people's links up there to their channel and stuff. So if anybody has a channel, just let Kevin know, and he will go ahead and share your link, and want everybody to go and check out everybody. We're here to help each other, and
yeah, we're all a family. We need help each other out as much as possible.
Definitely. Hey, Dynamite, GMA Nana, Coffee First, Then Speak. Good to see you. So, all right.
Fly strip in the backyard.
Oh, the fly strip. Oh, it's way up there. Yeah, that's okay. It's not a big deal. No, we put up a fly strip to try to. Last time we had some issues with flies attacking us, so we were hoping that would work. Kind of looks a little, I didn't even realize that was in the picture, but it's okay. It's not bothering anyone, I guess. It just looks a little.
It's kind of working. I see a couple on there.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any attack me yet, so that's a really good thing. So before we get started with this, we've just got some different questions, and we'll kind of like ask them, and then you guys jump in. This is for everybody. So if you're watching this afterwards too, go ahead and leave your answers to stuff. To would you rather. Just go ahead and leave some answers to these in the comments, and then you guys that are here for the live, go ahead and play along with us and answer what you would rather do. And if you guys have any suggestions for would you rather, put those down too.
Definitely.
So, both in the comments after the fact, because we might do this again another time, in a few weeks or something. Because I think that this is kind of fun, just to kind of get away from everything for a little while. So yeah, definitely leave some suggestions for us. And then you guys that are here live today, go ahead and if you've got some would you rathers or something like that, go ahead and put them in there.
Yeah, feel free to put it in.
Yeah, definitely, because these are kind of, some of these are going to trigger some people. Let me just put it that way, because some people are very they're very opinionated on a couple of these things, and they might be like, all caps, like definitely this, definitely, so
we'll like we don't agree on a couple things.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's what makes everything work out good.
Yeah, also just a little update. We're still house hunting and stuff. We're having a really rough time trying to find some places. We found a place in Texas that we do like. It's in Atlanta, Texas. But we just found it today, so I'm not sure. I'm going to talk to them, see if we can get like a video tour of it, because it's a few hours away from the house.
Yeah, I had been wanting to be outside of the city limits, but I just found out Atlanta, Texas has a population of 5,400 people. So
Yeah, so that might be okay for us. I'm not sure yet. We're still looking at other states. I would prefer to stay in Texas for many reasons, but one, it's just so much easier to move and stuff too. It would be so much easier to just go up north a little bit. So
and I fell in love with the house in West Virginia. Had 30 acres, but the thing was it had a lot, like some hills and some, it had caves. And my mind, I started thinking, I could build a cave
like a bunker.
like a bunker instead of being underground, and like dig into the rock face and then grow ivy where it covers the door, where and you won't feel as claustrophobic because you'll have the front door open.
Yeah. The whole problem with this house thing is that we're open to many different states and stuff, so it's making it really difficult to try to find things. The problem with Texas is that the property taxes are so dang high. I mean, most of them are around $300 or $400 a month, and then some of them were as high as $800 and $1,000 a month.
Well, it's kind of like, not every place is going to be the same property tax, I've come to find out. But on average, say like Tennessee compared to Texas, if I remember the numbers correctly, the property tax in Tennessee is 0.07% of the value of the house, and the property tax in Texas averaged out is 1.7%.
Yeah, so I don't know. We're still looking. So if you guys wouldn't mind just praying for us, because this is a really stressful process. I know a lot of you guys have moved and stuff before, and this will be our second time moving within 2 years, and it's stressful. This time, though, is going to be more stressful because we have to do all the paperwork for the house. We got to find the perfect location because I don't want to move again.
Yeah,
and then
we
have
want
to
this
pack
to be
up
our
everything
last move.
and move. So yeah, the whole process is just really stressful. So I can't wait until it's all over with.
Well,
but
I'm not stressing over it as much as you are.
I stress over everything.
Well,
though.
yeah, but because I grew up Army and Air Force, I'm used to moving every 2 years, or at least I was used to it. I haven't done that in many years, but it's still.
But you were a kid too when you were moving, so you didn't have to really worry about all the adult type things. All you had to do is pack up your stuff, and then your parents take care of everything. So makes it a little different, but it is what it is. So if you guys just keep praying for us and stuff, that this
like
goes
when I went in the Air Force, I started
that
out
would be great.
as Shepherd, and then went to Lubbock, and then went to RAF Lakenheath, and went to Turkey, and then back to RAF Lakenheath. And
But you were by yourself too at that time.
Yeah.
So it was a lot different than moving a whole family and everything.
Did I put in insulin turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, okay, you guys. Katrinka, hey, did I say hi to you? I don't remember if I did. Captain Coral, hey. Dynamite said in Virginia it's a certain cents amount per 100 for taxes.
Katrinka's having a problem with the live stream.
What'd you say?
Says this live stream is not
working for me. Is it like what am I trying to say? Like I was having a problem in John in Prepper Nations the other day. I've been having a problem in his for a couple days where like the chat will just stop and it won't like go anymore or anything like that. And it also wouldn't let me approve anything in there too. I don't know what was going on with it. I had to just keep clicking between top chat and live chat, and then that usually fixed the problem, but only for a short time, and then I'd have to do it again. But yeah, try rebooting or something like that and see what happens.
Kevin Ramsey was saying he likes to dye his beard every so often. Yeah, I like to dye my beard. I think I've got so much gray.
It doesn't let you approve anything either, Dynamite. Yeah, I was having the problems the last 2 days. It kept saying it said another moderator already took care of it, but then it didn't go away. Like the box was still there, and then it was like getting stuck. I don't know what's going on over there, but yeah, I was having a lot of problems with it too.
Janice Hacker saying is buffering.
Wow, we haven't even said anything
yeah, I know.
crazy today. We're just
And then
sitting
somebody
there
else is 5x5.
Okay.
Johnny Friels.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, maybe if you want to like go out and then come back in or something, and maybe it will work better for you. I don't know, because we're not even talking about any controversial topics today. We're just gonna have some fun. So, all right.
Ramsey, I was like, I like to dye my beard, but sometimes it gets to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, he just dyed his blue just because I was doing my hair, but unfortunately, it worked on him and didn't work on me.
Well, it's because the blue went over gray hair instead of black.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, I should have just dyed the parts or bleached out the parts first and then tried dyeing it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it all over my hair. I don't want it like bright. I just want like a few strands around my face and then a few in the back.
I mean, we are artists, so we're kind of...
That's what I like to do with my hair and stuff. I like to change it up every once in a while and stuff. And it's been like this for a while, so I'm bored with it. All right, you guys. I guess we've done enough talking here. We've just been chit-chatting for the last 10 minutes. So let's get started, okay? So I'm going to give you guys a doozy for the first one. Actually, it'll be really easy for you, but we're going to have some...
Should we say either or and why? Or just...
Well, yeah. You can do your reasons why, too. The first one, it's pretty easy for both of us already, but you guys are probably going to have some heated talks about this one.
I'm sure
if Bama Jen was in here, but she's not in here. So now you guys already know what I was going to say. So it is, would you rather have an AR or an AK? And what is your reason behind it? You want to go ahead with yours? We already know what yours is.
Mine is kind of I'll qualify mine. Mine is AK, or what I'd really like to have is RPK, but that's just a variant of the AK. Because I like the heavier slug. I like it can shoot through stuff, and I'm lazy. I don't have to clean it.
Well, we've got quite a few ARs in here. Dynamite Mod Deuce.
Well, yeah, Mod Deuce. Or M60.
I'm going to say an AR because of a couple reasons. The accuracy, yes, that's one. The other reason is I haven't been shooting for very long, and I haven't really been doing rifles for very long. And for me, it took a while to move up. Like the very first thing that I tried a 45, and it was just, it freaked me out first time shooting it and stuff. So, and I almost didn't want to go back to the range or have anything to do with them. And then I mentioned to him, I said, maybe I should get a 22 just to, just for something little and, to work me up and stuff.
Well, it's kind of like
they're fairly cheap, especially for a pistol and stuff.
Well, it's kind of like I started out with a BB gun, and I went up to a 22 rifle, and then I went up to.
Oh, you did start lower and then move your way up too? Okay.
And then 22 rifle, and then 20 gauge shotgun.
Any woman out there that is nervous and stuff around guns, I have a lot of information, a lot of things that can help because. Not to get into too much story time, but the very first time that I went to the range, it was an outdoor range. Just the noise and everything freaked me out so much. There was an outside porta potty. I went and hid around by the other side of the porta potty while he was over there shooting and stuff. He had no idea what happened to me either, by the way.
I got done shooting and I was like, where the hell did she go?
I took him, I was behind the porta potty. Now, mind you, this is Texas. There was really tall grass and dry grass. My first thoughts were, God, there's going to be rattlesnakes here. And I am petrified of snakes, petrified. But the fact that I was so scared of the shooting, the noise, and all that stuff that I hid behind a porta potty and said I'll take my chances with the rattlesnakes tells you, and it shows how far I've come to since then, since that day. But like I said, if anybody is having problems or something with that, it's nothing to be embarrassed about, and it's very easy. There are certain things that I did to help me get through it. So I might even actually do a video about this. I was thinking about doing it, about my experience through it and what has helped me and stuff, just in case somebody else is out there like that. So, yeah, I think I might wind up doing one like that just to kind of help some people out and stuff.
You want an AR-10 and 308.
I do now. I want an AR-10. I have an AR-15. and that's what my next thing's gonna be is an AR-10. Like I said, I've had to move up. Like my first rifle was a 22 too, and I still shoot that. And I was gonna sell it, and I'm like, well, no, because that's kind of perfect for like little small game and stuff like that. Stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and keep it. And then I moved up to a big boy AR. Well, no, actually not a big boy, just a regular AR. And then the AR-10's like a big boy AR.
Well, it's
and that's
kinda
my next one that I want.
The AR
I've had to move up in stages.
The AR was a Bushmaster with 16-inch barrel, and I sent off. I got a different upper with a heavy fluted chrome 24-inch barrel, and put on it and a scope.
Yeah, it's pretty badass.
It's pretty much a tack driver.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody is pretty much. I even forgot. I missed some of the comments. I think almost everybody was putting AR on here though. But like I said, Bama Jen's not in here. Otherwise, she would be the AK. Hey, Sandy, I'm glad that you could make it. I don't know if anybody else that I missed. Okay, we'll move on to another one. These are kind of going to be just some random type of things. This one is going to be very difficult. There's a few in here that are going to be really difficult for me to answer. This one, would you rather give up sugar or be vegan? That's a very, very hard one because I like my sugar, but I honestly think I could give up sugar. I don't think I could be vegan.
Yeah, I don't think I got to have meat.
Yeah, at least some kind of meat, you know. I mean, I don't eat a lot of steak, red meat and stuff. I like
She
chicken.
doesn't.
I like chicken more, but I do have to.
She likes chicken. I like red meat and fish. She's not too crazy about fish.
No, I grew up. I guess this is just story time day too. I grew up, and my dad was a big fisher, or he fished. He was
Fisherman?
a big fisherman. Yeah, he had a nice boat and everything, and we go out fishing with him a lot. And that also meant that we ate fish a lot, like 3 or 4 times a week, like all the time, every week. So I kind of just got a little bit burnt out on it. I mean,
And you kind of forgot how to fish too.
well, yeah, but I was also 10, 11, 12. When I was in high school, I didn't really go that much.
Did
so
he
it's
have
been
fish
so
finders?
long. Fish finder? Yeah, yeah.
he did? Oh, that-
Yeah, like he had all kinds of stuff like that. I do remember one time we went fishing. We had no lures, no baits, nothing, just hooks. And I actually had 2 hooks. And all of us did, me, him, and my sister, had 2 hooks on our poles. We'd throw them over. Boom. We would catch 2 fish on absolutely nothing. I mean, they were biting that much. They just bit in the hooks. They didn't even need any bait on them or anything. That was a pretty crazy fishing trip.
I've only caught 2 fish in my life so far,
And
one of them's with you.
I grew up in Michigan, so he would go ice fishing a lot and stuff. And one time he actually fell through the ice, and I had to pull him up, even though I was like a teenager and stuff, and get him up out of the ice and stuff, and get him dried off and stuff. So I remember that. But fishing was just, I grew up doing it, and I didn't really like it. Didn't like the fish, so that's why I just don't really right now. In an SHTF, if all I had to eat was fish, I would eat it. I mean, I would eat just about anything if that's all I had, you know. Even squirrel, if that's all there
As long as it's not bugs.
Well,
I mean, if
if it was that bad, I might eat worms or something. But I mean, that's why you prep, so you don't have to eat that. But
maybe fried bugs, but I doubt it.
But I mean, if we were like 20 years into some big apocalypse or something, you might be having to eat bugs and stuff. I mean, that could be a possibility, but
I could
don't
think
know.
of worse things.
Yeah. So, Katrinka said she'd give up sugar. Jana said sugar. She's a carnivore, 100%.
Same here.
Yeah, Michael G said fish is dangerous these days, all the pollution in the water. Yeah, that's true. What does giving up sugar mean? Totally? Yeah, totally. No more sugar at all. Whoops.
I mean, does honey count?
Does honey count as sugar? What do you mean?
I mean, because like I can use honey in the coffee and honey in tea and stuff like that.
I don't think honey has sugar in it, does it?
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you could do that. That would be fine then.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right.
Matter of
So
fact, I've put honey in tea
yeah,
before.
I
hot tea.
give up the sugar 100%. I think most people in here probably agreed with that.
Okay, we didn't have it on our list, but since we did the AK and the AR, I'd like to put out another one. AR-10 or M1A.
You just want to know because you want to know what people think so that you know what for you.
Well, you want an AR-10, and I would, but I want an M1A. And I don't want the Woodstock. I want that fancy.
Well, who says you can't have both?
Oh, true. Well,
I don't think there's
Money.
any. Well, yeah, but I don't think there's any rule that says you can only have so many. So you know,
well, it's like I've got my M1A.
I bet you somebody else is putting that in there. Why can't you get both? Get both.
It's like I've got mine on M-Way that has synthetic stock, that the butt is adjustable, the cheek swell is adjustable. It's a designated marksman rifle with a match grade barrel.
All right. Yeah, Janice said I'll use honey. All right, let's do one that's a little different. Let's do this one. How about, would you rather? You have to give up one of these two. Would you rather give up YouTube or give up television? For me, it would have to be give up TV because I don't watch TV very much. I only watch the news on there. Kind of can't really give up YouTube because I'm on YouTube right now. But YouTube, you can find out so much information and stuff, really, and you can watch news on YouTube too.
Yeah, I think I could find out just about anything I could on the news.
On YouTube. So
yeah, and it's kind of like I haven't been watching Fox
no.
since Tucker got fired.
Dog.
I've been watching, the selection says live TV, and I've been going back between America's Real Voice, OWN, and Newsmax. Because I'm not watching Fox
But
anymore.
like you can even watch those they do snippets and stuff like that on YouTube and stuff. So that's why I think I could easily give up TV over the YouTube because I am constantly on YouTube just watching whatever, sometimes stupid little things I don't even need to be watching.
I'll watch Fear the Dead. I'll watch the spin-offs from The Walking Dead.
Yeah, but I can watch that stuff on the internet too. I don't need TV for that either.
And except for those, I'm a news junkie. I'm watching the news all the time.
Yeah. Let's see, what's everybody saying? Dragon Lady says she hates television. Michael G, television. You would give up television too? Hey, Astatine, glad you could make it. Michael G likes Sky News. Kevin Ramsey only likes local news. Hey, Mary Miles. Oh, be safe in those storms out there, girl.
I should do more reading of all the prepping magazines and books I have, and the Bible.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so easy to give up TV in this day and age, really. I mean, that was like a no-brainer question. Here's another one I've got. Okay, would you rather have a job that you hate, but you make really good money at it, or a job that you love, but you don't make as good of money at it? And the reason I was thinking about this was because of art, and we're artists and things like that. And I wish we could figure out some way to actually do it full time and to make money from doing it and make good money from it, because that would be awesome.
Yeah.
And I guess this would be hard because, you know, if you got a family or something, then you might want to make more money, but it's always really hard to go to a job that you absolutely hate.
I mean, the one that's making less money, but you're still able to live comfortably, but you just can't go on exorbitant vacations.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a pretty simple person, so it doesn't take much for me. Like, I don't need extravagant things and stuff like that to be
No.
happy. So I think I'd rather do something that I loved
Well, it's
than
kinda like
something I hated.
I had that choice to make. I got out of the Air Force and I was uh, going to college and working civilian contract. So I was going to college full time, working civilian contract full time. And I started out computer science major. And then I moved and I changed to manufacturing engineering technology, which I would have ended up with a major in manufacturing engineering technology, a dual minor of computers and math. But the job I was doing, fixing Air Force jets, giving the Air Force pilots safe jets to fly, I loved my job. I could not think of any other job that to me would be more fulfilling, so I chose to stick with that.
Like Captain Coral said that is a teacher and so loves a job but less money, obviously, and that's really good.
Michael G says he worked jobs that he didn't like for low money. Amen, brother. I've done that.
Yeah, Mary
Been there,
Miles.
done that.
Mary Miles is a job I love. She did it for 12 years, so that's awesome. Katrinka's retired, but I preferred a job I liked. Yeah.
I say I
Sometimes it's really hard to find a job that you really like or love.
yeah,
you know, it's hard to find something like that because there's so many jobs out there, and so many of them are kind of like demeaning and stuff like that. Or if you have a really bad boss or something like that that treats you like crap and stuff like that, that would. I mean, there's times where I just want to just walk out and be like, I'm done with this. You know, I can't take it anymore. But that really sucks.
Now, I did 40 plus years between active duty and civilian contract working on Department of Defense aircraft, and I loved my job.
Well, that's really good. And you made good money, too.
And I made decent money. I mean, I made good money. It supported me, and now it's supporting me retired comfortably.
Yeah. So
I'm not rich by any means,
right?
But we're comfortable.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference between, being comfortable where you got everything that you really need, maybe a little bit extra to spend on something. But
I don't have my H1 Hummer that I want yet.
Well, that's not something you need, but
maybe I'll settle for rebuilding a old Blazer, 1978 Blazer.
Okay.
I used to restore classic muscle cars as a hobby.
Okay, let's move on to the next question here. This one is probably going to have some people too. This one's going to be really hard for me to decide. No coffee or no meat ever.
That's not fair because I got to have both.
I know, that's why I put it in there because I knew it wouldn't be fair.
Well, of course, I could. It's not as good, but I will drink hot tea, but it's lower caffeine, and I'll drink energy drinks.
So you'd give up the coffee then for the meat?
Yeah, I would.
You would?
Got to have my red meat. Rare. I'm a carnivore.
I don't know.
Yeah, because you don't drink or you don't eat red meat.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of meat, but I do eat chicken.
Yeah.
And chicken's a meat.
True.
But I do have coffee every single day. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would refuse to give up.
I refuse to answer, Michael G. You can't refuse to answer. You have to answer the questions. This is no refusal.
Well, do like Captain Kirk did in the no-win scenario. Rewrite the scenario.
I knew that one was going to be hard because I know there's a lot of coffee drinkers and stuff out here. So I knew that one would be difficult.
I can't function in the morning without coffee.
Yeah, but like you said, you can drink energy drinks and tea and stuff like that.
I do like hot tea. I just wish it had more caffeine.
Yeah.
And I got to where people will think I'm weird. I like cream in my hot tea. That's from
cream in your tea?
Hot tea. I kind of picked up that habit in England.
Oh, I've never heard of that before, but I don't drink much tea. So
and you go to, of course, you go to a restaurant in England back then, and you ask for iced tea, and they would like, what? They
didn't do iced tea?
No, they don't. They didn't do iced tea.
Oh.
Back then, that was in the 80s.
All right, so GMA Nana, no way, coffee is life.
I agree.
Hi, Handy Prepper, good to see you. All right. Okay, this one's gonna be just a funny one. Well, I mean, there might be certain people that are one way or the other, but would you rather have a cat or a dog? That one's a no-brainer for me, probably for both of us.
Dog.
Dog. We are not cat people. Sorry, all you cat people out there, but we've had cats, and actually, we've never gotten a cat. They've just kind of
Been
found
strange
us,
that-
and they decided they wanted to live with us for some strange reason.
Yeah, I was standing in the living room looking out the sliding glass door, and this cat, yeah, can't talk. Cat walked up to the sliding glass door, and I thought to myself, I open this door, that cat's gonna take off. No, opened the door and walked in like owned the place, and never went away.
Well, it left a couple of times
yeah.
and came back over the weekend, and then about a week later, finally, it came in, and it just stayed and never left. And I was like, well, okay, I guess it has a new home. Tried to find its owner and stuff, but it didn't have like tags or anything on it, so didn't find who it belonged to. But
Janice Sackler says she's British. I love. Yeah, I was stationed at RAF Lakenheath for 2 years, from 1980 to 1982.
wow. No, Coffee First said she's so allergic to cats that needs an EpiPen. So
Yeah.
that's another. Yeah, a lot of people are allergic to cats, but not dogs for some reason. Sometimes they're allergic to it's just the hair, no matter what. So like that's why like with a dog, if you're allergic to dogs, they have those like kind of designer breeds or whatever that are supposed to be non-allergenic and or non-hypogenic or
they're
whatever. They're
creepy looking.
yeah, but you know they're supposed to not shed and not mess with your allergies and stuff like that. But I don't know.
Janice Hackler,
Katrinka, dog.
where did you live in England?
Oh, hey, Eric King, good to see you. The Widow's Diary artist and poet, hello. All right, you guys didn't miss much. We were just kind of going on. It's kind of, we've been asking some questions here, but it's kind of turned into like a story time. Like we have a little story to say for each one,
It seems
which
like
is
we do
good
that a lot.
because, well, it's good because I honestly didn't think that we were going to have enough to talk about for an hour. And I'm like, because I like to kind of have, I'm a planner. And he's not. He just kind of wings things. But I like to plan everything, and so I had, you know, what I was gonna set up and to say and stuff. And sometimes I'm not much of a talker. Okay, I'm kind of shy usually, unless I know the person or something. It's really weird for me to be talking to all of you guys like this because I am very shy, except with him. He would say I talk too much. So just to be doing this is kind of amazing that so apparently I feel like all of you guys are like really part of my family because that's how you guys have become. That's how I'm able to talk to you guys like this. So that's very awesome. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, we presently have
Dogs love you, cats eat you when you die. Man, sometimes cats are just they got like some weird looks on their face and they act so weird towards you and stuff. Sometimes they freak me out a little bit, man. You never know if they want to kill you or something. It's like, I
right
don't
now
know.
we have a German Shepherd.
Yeah. Somebody said something about a German Shepherd. Oh, a pit bull, a German Shepherd, and a bobtail cat. Yeah, we've got a German Shepherd. Hey, Randy. Good to see you. Okay, if anybody else came in and I missed you, I am so very sorry. Just give me a little wave or something if I missed you. Also, if you guys either put at the prepping artist or just put in caps if you want something for me to specifically see or something, it just makes it easier because the camera's this way, but the chat I'm looking at over here, so I kind of glance a little bit and it's a little bit hard to see sometimes. So that'll just make it easier. Okay, let's move on to a next one. Okay, we'll do something a little more different. Well, a little different. Would you rather, for me, neither one of these, but would you rather be covered by snakes or covered by tarantulas? Me, Absolutely neither. I hate snakes. I hate spiders. Although I hate snakes more than spiders. I could probably handle tarantulas because they're not poisonous. They don't bite. Snakes, on the other hand, just give me the heebie-jeebies. They're just slime. I just don't like snakes.
I'd pick the snakes. I've caught many, of course, not like garden snakes. When I was in Boy Scouts in junior high, we caught a cottonmouth and killed it, and the troop leader cooked it for us.
So you would rather be covered by snakes
Yeah.
then? Oh man, I just do not like
I had a
snakes.
tarantula.
Mary said tarantulas. Handy Prepper said snakes.
I had a tarantula on me once when I was in 6th grade.
Coffee First just says nope. What's that? Nope to either one? Is that what you're saying? I don't know what it is about snakes, but I am just terrified of them. I don't like them. I haven't liked them since I was a kid. They just, ugh.
And snakes don't really, I mean, you got to be a little bit of fear, because like a rattlesnake. But one of my stepchildren had a mobile home, and there were rattlesnakes underneath the mobile home.
Ooh.
And I volunteered to go kill them. And I did.
Well, that's not safe.
No.
You should have let an exterminator person or something take care of that, because that's dangerous.
Yeah.
So if I
sometimes-
see a snake in the yard, I know I'm going to be hollering for you then.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, because I might be having a heart attack at the time.
I'll handle it.
Okay, that's good to know.
Maybe I'm not smart enough to be scared.
Neither. Why would I choose that, Katrinka? Well, yeah, I guess that would depend on the snake too, because some are harmless, but I still just don't like them slithering. I wouldn't want them slithering all over me, no matter what. If it was a garden snake or what kind of snake it was, it just.
Well, it's like I'd be less afraid of a rattlesnake than I would a cottonmouth.
Yeah, well, the thing with a rattlesnake too is it rattles its tail before it bites
Right.
you, so it gives you a warning that it's going to.
And cottonmouths are more aggressive.
Yeah, that too. I don't think rattlesnakes are so aggressive. I think the only time you really get bit by them is if you come into their territory and they get startled and scared or something. Like, they don't come looking for people, I don't think. I could be
They
wrong
like to
on
hide
that,
underneath
but
rocks.
yeah, so that's kind of, it's a good
It's
thing
like
about
I say,
them. But
when I got rid of the rattlesnakes underneath the trailer, they ran from me.
oh, you didn't kill them? You just
No, I killed a couple of them, but
Oh.
they tried to run from me.
oh, okay.
And as long as they're not coiled up, it's easier to catch them. Just step on their head.
Well, yeah. But when there's that, how many were there?
Oh, it's like 2 or 3.
Oh.
And let's see.
What you doing?
And having boots like this kind of helps getting the rattlesnakes that way. They can't.
We doing a pant check again too
Yeah.
at the same time. yeah. That's a big thing too. Whenever if you're bugging out or something like that, and you're going to like in some forest or some areas that you don't know what could be there, having some high protective on your legs like that can definitely help. Even some cowboy boots or something like
Yeah.
that,
And
because
for-
they can't bite then at your ankle and stuff. So that's a definite. That's
And-
tip number 1 for the day there.
And for the most part, a rattlesnake will only attack if it's cornered.
Yeah. Okay, so enough
Cottonmouth
talking.
will chase you.
Enough talking about snakes because I've had my fill of them for today.
I'd rather have a snake than an alligator.
Oh, yeah. I guess I should have done that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because alligators are fast, quick, and I think that they might. Well, crocodiles are more aggressive, I think, than alligators. I'm not sure.
They're the same to me.
Well, I don't know.
And like somebody says, copperhead, or I don't know. I don't know if copperheads and water moccasins the same thing.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
No, copperheads are like. No, that's a king.
I think
Is a
maybe they are.
copperhead the red, orange, and black, or what snake is that?
I don't know. But, I think water moccasin is a slang for copperhead.
Is it? Okay.
But I
I'm not
might be
sure.
wrong.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I apparently don't know my snakes very well. Blue racers will track you down. No, not the same. They're different. Okay.
Okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I didn't think they were the same, but
Well,
I don't know much about snakes, so.
So in Florida, it's gators, right?
Well, I
And
think they have crocodiles too.
okay, but they don't want you. You can get in trouble if you shoot them.
Yeah, in Florida, you can get in trouble for shooting an alligator. I'm
If,
like, I'm sorry, if an alligator's charging after me or
a
coming
gator
after me or
comes to me?
something, you better believe I'm shooting that thing.
Hell
but,
yeah.
you know, I'm sorry, you can do whatever you want with me later, but I'm living and not getting my body eaten apart. Or what they do is they grab you and drag you in the water and roll and drown
Uh-huh.
you and stuff. So yeah, no, thank you. I'll shoot them first.
Yeah, I saw a video of a park ranger that was trying to get a gator or
Well,
crocodile.
actually, Randy said Louisiana has gators too. Yeah, they have a lot. I lived
Uh-huh.
there for a little bit too. But actually, Texas has gators too. The
Well,
east side. Well, and a lot of the state parks.
the border
and stuff, 'cause
between
it's-
Texas and Louisiana.
Yeah, there's gators there too. Some of the state parks and stuff have up signs just warning you that gators live in their parks and stuff like
There was a
that.
house I was wanting to buy so bad, and they got taken off the market. I'm gonna see if I can find if the same person owns it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was 3 or 4 acres,
I don't know.
and it had a bunker underneath the house, and the back property line was a lake, and it was Louisiana border.
Yeah, so you'd be like in Texas and you could just go a little bit in the lake and you'd be in Louisiana. So that's kind
And
of
my theory was get a boat or jet skis, and if we had to bug out, we could bug out into Louisiana on water.
Yeah, that would have been cool. Okay, what one do we want to do next? Okay, how about if you had to choose, would you rather live in somewhere that is super, super cold climate or a super, super hot climate? Which would you prefer? Do you like the cold or do you like the hot better?
That's a no-brainer
That's-
for me.
Yeah, for
Hot.
both of us, we like the hot because we had talked about moving to some other places up north and stuff, but we're like, we
kinda like,
just can't handle that cold and the snow and all that
I
stuff.
think Alaska would be awesome for
Yeah, that's what
hunting and
I
fishing.
would like. I think it's beautiful up there
Uh-huh.
and stuff, but I just could not live there because of the cold and the
and
snow
plus
and
everything's so
everything else.
everything
Well,
is so
that's-
expensive
that's a
you got
problem, too.
everything brought in by plane at most places, or
Yeah.
a lot of places.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more expensive there. Probably not as bad as Hawaii is, but
Yeah.
still. But yeah, I definitely have to go for the warmer climate.
I
Eric
want-
King said hot. Mary said hot. Joni said hot. Michael said cold. Coffee first said cold. Well, yeah, you live in New York, don't you? So you're used to the cold then. Astatane said cold. Sandy said hot. Handy Pepper said cold. Well, it kind of seems like it's kind of tight on that, half
Yeah.
and half a little bit.
That's like
so-
when I worked at Shepherd Air Force Base on the flight line. In the summertime, 130 degree was not unusual between the concrete, the running jet engine. 130 degrees. Sometimes the heat index would be close to 140, 150. I put one of the guys had one of those laser temperature things, checkers.
Yeah.
And the concrete was 150 degrees.
100 and what?
50.
Oh, 50. Wow.
Of course, it was like I say, the jet engines, the direct sunlight, the concrete, and the asphalt.
That's pretty crazy.
There was one time a radio station from up north somewhere contacted somebody in Wichita Falls and had them go out on a black asphalt road and crack an egg on the ground, and it cooked.
That's pretty crazy. Hey, this and that with Matt. How are you doing? Michael G says, in a cold climate, you can live underground and stay warm.
Yeah, there is that.
I mean,
And on the flip side, also, in a hot climate, you can stay underground and be cool.
yeah. So, I mean, it kind of has both. It sounds like it's kind of a toss-up in the chat, so that wasn't no one-sided or anything like that. I'm kind of surprised about that.
If you have a lot of snow, remember white camo.
I don't know. I don't have too many more. I got a couple here. All right. If you guys could, would you rather live in the mountains or on flat land, like the plains and, you know,
A lot of Texas.
like, yeah, what a lot of Texas is like? Or would you rather live in the mountains?
Well, I've lived most of my life on flatland, so I've got a fear of heights, but I want to live in the mountains.
Yeah, I think going back though, the mountains would be colder probably and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you'd have that cold thing that you didn't want.
Yeah,
But,
true, but
I think most mountains are just so beautiful and stuff like that. I like going through like when we went to Pigeon Forge and we took that little Jeep,
Yep.
the pink Jeep tours and stuff. They got if you guys ever go to Pigeon Forge or if you've gone there, they've got these pink. I think they're called pink Jeep tours.
Yeah, I
'cause they're
think that-
pink
yeah.
Jeeps, and they've got different paths that they can go and stuff like that. But they drive up through the mountains and stuff, and it was just so beautiful and so peaceful, and just I loved it. Plus, it was nice to not have to drive and stuff and let someone else drive us
Well,
around,
also-
so we could kind of look around and see everything.
it's like, being a prepper, if you prep well enough, and that place that has a hard winter, you can basically hibernate for the winter. As you've got plenty of food, you've got plenty of firewood for your fireplace.
Yeah, as long as you don't have a job or something like that
Yeah.
you need to do or
True.
something, you could pretty much do that. The only problem with the colder climates and stuff like that is your growing season isn't as long, so that could be a factor too.
Yeah.
But then most people can figure out like you can grow indoors or you can
No,
make
build a bunker and have a hydroponic garden
yeah,
underground.
I mean, there's ways that you can do things and get longer growing time and stuff like that. Yeah. Katrinka says mountains.
Yeah.
Mountains, 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 mountains.
When we went to Pigeon Forge, I fell in love with the Smoky Mountains. It's like, I want to live here.
Yeah, like when we said before that we really liked Pigeon Forge, we didn't mean we actually I mean, it's too much like a Vegas without the gambling and stuff. It's gotten too touristy and stuff like that. What we meant, because we said that we wanted to live over there, people are like, why would you want to live over there?
Yeah,
I don't mean right
Yeah,
there.
we don't want to live
mean-
in Pigeon Forge, but I'd like to live close enough where for a long weekend I can go ride all the go-karts. I can do
Yeah,
the zip
we
line.
could go there,
I
like
can
if we
ride-
wanted to for a weekend or something, but live a little farther away, like up in the mountains or something over there, because it's just really beautiful and pretty over there. So, yeah, we don't actually want to live in Pigeon Forge. First of all, it's way too expensive. Second of all, it's way too crowded and busy. I mean, I assume that there's probably certain times, where, like summertime, it's probably worse and stuff.
Yep.
And when we went in June of last year, actually, so it's been a year, almost a year.
I want to go back.
And we went to go meet John Prepper Nation over there, and that was the first time we'd ever been over there. And I'd been to Tennessee before when I was a kid, but it had been so long I couldn't remember. But I really liked it, though.
Yeah,
it
I
was
did too.
nice.
And I've done a lot of traveling overseas, but I haven't really done that much traveling stateside.
Yeah, you've been to a lot of different places.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I've been a lot of different places in the United States, but I've never left the United States.
Well, I've been
And
in-
most of it was when I was younger, though, so it's like
well,
I don't
yeah.
remember a lot
Part
of
of it
different
when I was
things.
younger, part of it when I was active duty. I've been to Belgium, I've been to England, Turkey, Germany, Italy, Mexico multiple times.
Yeah, see, I've never left the United States. Poor me. No tourists, yeah.
Yeah.
Katrinka's asking if we're going to have a meetup in Pigeon Forge this year. I don't know. I asked John about it if he was going to have one, and he said he would like to, but last year when he was going to have it, he let us know like a few months before, and it was in June. So I don't know if he's going to wind up doing something later, like towards towards the end of the summer or something,
Yeah.
or what he's going to do. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, gave us time to save up because that trip was a little pricey.
Yeah, that trip was expensive for us, but we took it as a regular trip though. So we were gone for a week, What? And it took us.
Well,
we stayed in a hotel on the way there because it was a 16-hour drive. So we stopped one night, stayed at a hotel, and then we drove through the next day, and then got there in Pigeon Forge and stayed there for 3 or 4 nights, I think, and then left and stopped at a hotel halfway for one night, and then got back home. So it was a really long trip for us.
Andy Prepper, flying is safer than being on the highway.
That's what you say all the time, but yeah, I don't fly either. I had to fly one time, and I did not like it, and I would never do it again. But
well, it's like my profession was an aircraft mechanic, so I know that airplanes are safe.
Plus you
Plus, I learned how to fly.
You did, yeah. You actually were taking lessons and stuff like that.
I learned how to fly a Cessna 172, and I soloed. The money
still attacking me.
The money ran out, so I didn't get my pilot's license, but I did solo. If, like the day after tomorrow, if everything was falling apart and there was an airplane sitting on the ramp, I'd be willing to jump in it and fly away.
Well, I mean, that's a really good skill to have too, though, for SHTF or something like that. To have a pilot with your group and stuff like that. You know, if you find one or something and are able to hop in it, I mean, that's a pretty good skill to have too.
To me, flying was easy. Taxiing out to the end runway is slightly difficult because you steer with your feet, and that's kind of hard to get adjusted to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. Like I said, I've flown one time in my life. Wasn't happy about it. No flying, yes. Yes. The only place I felt like they liked Americans was Amsterdam. Hi, Beverly. Good to see you.
My experience is people were friendly in Germany. They were friendly in England for the most part. The only country that I didn't feel friendliness from the population was France. And it's like most of us are like, and most of the people overseas is like, fuck the French. They're snooty.
Watch your mouth.
Oh.
You're doing really good. I'm really proud of you because usually he's like a truck driver over here. I mean, just constantly every other word coming out of his mouth and stuff. And like,
I'm trying.
And I told him, let's just try to dial it back on the channel and stuff like that.
Well, let's just say my perception of traveling around Europe is not very many people like the French. Maybe that was just the people I happened to run into. And the foreign pilot, Shepherd, we trained NATO pilots from all over 13 different nations, and the only pilots that to me were buttheads were Portuguese. For some reason. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's weird. All right. Well, it's already 6:52.
Wow.
So yeah, I know. How about would you like one or two more real quick, and then we can like end it here. What about? Okay, this is a good one. This is a different one to get you thinking. What about? Would you rather lose your eyesight or lose your hearing?
Well, I'm already losing my hearing, so.
I was gonna say I'm already losing my eyesight.
Well, not really. I mean, I was losing my eyesight. Honest to God, I was losing my eyesight, and because of cataracts.
Oh yeah, and then you had the surgery.
And I was freaking out. Thank God, VA did the cataract surgery for free. Didn't cost me anything.
Yeah, for both of your eyes. Yeah.
Although that surgery freaked. I mean,
I don't think I could go through with that because they don't. I mean, you're sitting there looking, and you have to keep your. I don't think I could handle that.
First of all, the deadener they stick in your eye hurts so bad.
Yeah.
And then you're awake while they're scraping on your eyeball, and that was freaking me the. You know what? That was freaking me the F out.
I don't know if I could handle that because I don't like anything near my eyes. I mean, it's even hard for me to like put makeup on or something, but like if I get an eyelash or just something in my eye or something like that, I don't like putting eye drops in my eyes or anything. I just don't like that stuff. So that would be awful. I don't know. I think I would maybe rather lose hearing.
Although I would miss music.
Yeah. That's a really tough one. The other thing is, in SHTF, you really need all your senses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, I can't see as good far away, but he has like perfect far away.
Far vision, yeah.
So he's kind of like my eyes for that, and like his hearing's not that great, but I have really good hearing. So it's like we kind of
See
help
that
each
airplane
other
up there?
out
It's got 4
in that.
engines because I can see 4 contrails, and she'll go, "What airplane?"
Yeah, I won't be able to see it. But then I'll be like, "Did you hear that?" And he's like, "No, what?" I'm like, "You didn't hear that?" He's like, "No, I didn't hear anything." And so that kind of works out good for us. But I don't know. Yeah, it would be scary in both situations, Katrinka. Yeah, I think most people are saying they're hearing. Yeah, sight's more important to hearing. Yeah, exactly. I think definitely.
Plus,
There would be a lot of things that I would miss.
I wouldn't be able to look at your pretty face.
Well, I wouldn't be able to hear your voice then either if I lost my hearing. But that's
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
don't you're being too nice. You're being too sweet. Now I'm embarrassed, turning all red. Okay. All right. Well, do you want to do one more? Or you want to just call it? You want to do one?
Yeah, let's
do you
throw
have
in-
anything? Did you have one that you wanted to do or not?
Would you rather have a underground bunker or a cave hideout? It's kind of like that because that house in West Virginia, it's got caves, and I've already started in my mind building.
Well, yeah, except the cave can't protect you from nuclear blasts and stuff like that.
Well, if it's got enough dirt and rock above you, it will.
But wouldn't it cave in?
Well, that's why I put in steel.
You'd have to
supports.
do something else to it, not just a normal
Right.
thing or something like that. Yeah, because, I mean, more than likely there's not going to be a nuclear blast that's going to be that close or something. If it did, it would probably be farther away and wouldn't do that anyway.
Well, it's kind of like I know how to weld.
See, bunkers are nice, and I would really like one, but I'm also extremely claustrophobic. The same thing with the cave, too. I don't like going in tight things and stuff, and I'd be afraid of that. I mean, I don't even like elevators. Like, I'm getting better at it.
Well, actually,
but,
I want both, but
yeah.
but in my mind, I've already.
Bunker, cave. A couple people said caves.
Uh-huh.
A bunker. I'd be scared of a cave. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, cave-in is a really big worry, but my plan was to like just start digging, and then I know how to weld, get I-beams and support it with steel I-beams, and then you have a metal door on the front, and plant ivy where it will camouflage
Well,
the door.
like I said, I'm just really claustrophobic and stuff and scared of tight spaces. I'm scared of being closed into something. And to me, a cave seems like it's just a well dug out grave or something for you is what it could be. And that just kind of scares me a little bit.
It's like what worries me about, yeah, both of them could be your grave.
Yeah. That's why, I like bunkers and I would like one, but then there's also the part of me that's like, well, somebody could easily cut off your oxygen or different
park a
things
car-
like that.
car over the
yeah,
edge
where
to
you
the
can't
door.
get out. I mean, there's a lot
And
of
it
things
just
that
started-
could
yeah.
happen with that.
Yeah.
And that could be kind of scary too,
But
so
I
that
think in
kind
the
of
cave
worries me.
you could camouflage it easier, make it harder to find. You could possibly have
Well, you could do things with a bunker too to make it more difficult, where they didn't realize it was a bunker.
Well, yeah.
Especially if you built it in underneath your house and your house was on top of it, and you had like a door to go in that was covered up that they couldn't tell or something. I mean, that would be kind of cool. But that's also
and
very,
like somebody
very
said, bunker
expensive.
could cave in too if it's not built properly.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of things with things like that could just.
To me, a cave you might have more option for ventilation. Like you got a cave going this place, it might come out another place where you got a cross draft. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're both. I mean, yeah, I would like a bunker, and that's probably most preppers like ultimate, like what they would love. But then again, there are some things about it that make it where it's like, I don't really know if that's like such a good idea. Like you said, somebody could could block you in or something, or cut off your air waves or something, or just there could be a lot of things. So I
Well,
don't
and
know.
it's like you go in your cave or bunker for 2 years, and while the world's falling apart, and everybody would kill each other off, and you'd come up and
Well, that could be a nice thing, about it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right, you guys. I hope you guys had some fun with this today, because we did. We just wanted to do something fun and just hang out with you guys and chit chat and stuff. And I appreciate you all so much for being here. If you guys could give us a thumbs up, please, that would be great. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to us. That would help us out a lot. Thank you.
Does anybody else have a live tonight?
I don't know. Do any of you guys, anybody going on live tonight or anything like that? And also, if you guys have a channel and you haven't told one of the moderators, if you could go ahead, let them know, and then they can post your channel link for you, so we can all help each other out. And thank you so much, mods, for helping me out here.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. You guys are doing great. And Survival Preparedness for Beginners is going live tonight. Coffee first,
What time?
maybe after this. Thank you so much. Yeah, you want to do another chat like this sometime? They're going for right now? Okay, so we'll probably go over there then too. So you guys, thank you so much. And I do hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, this is something a little bit different. And it's just, a fun chat and stuff like that. So we might do this like once a week,
Yeah,
where we
I
just
think
kind
we
of get
should.
together like this
Yeah.
and just talk and chat and whatever.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Kind of like doing what we do if we were in a meetup. Just hang out.
Yeah,
and-
just kind of hanging out and stuff. And then don't forget about our Thursday What If scenarios at 6 p.m. Central Time. And I don't know for sure if we're going to do this again next Saturday or when we'll do it next week, but I'll keep you guys updated. Just make sure that you're still subscribed, because some subscribers keep letting me know that they're getting unsubscribed. So make sure you are subscribed, so that way you won't miss out.
Well, as
when
long
we
as
do it.
it doesn't seem like we're interfering with anybody today. Mm-hmm. So, keep it consistent.
Well, yeah, we might do this again Saturday night, then next Saturday.
Yeah.
Just since it seems like I was trying to look and make sure nobody was doing this time, and I didn't really see anybody too much. So I think that this is a good time, because I know some people go a little bit later in the day on Saturdays. And
we
do
don't
this,
want to
so this
interfere.
might-
We don't want to interfere with anybody else.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Really appreciate it. And I guess that's it for us today. So you guys have a wonderful night.
Hasta la
And-
vista, baby.
And we'll see you later. Bye.
I'll be back.